It's a very happy dressing room, obviously. I think not only because we won a quarter-final, but the performance that we put in was very satisfying. 250 probably would have been a really good score, but 220 we always knew was defendable, and the way we bowled, and particularly the way we fielded and led by Martin Guptill, probably got us through to the victory. And I think the whole way through there was a sense of belief that if we could get into the South African middle order, then we had a chance, and to get Callis and de Villiers out pretty quickly, I think everyone started to believe that we could win.
Dan, 221, not a tough ask. So when we went out to the bowling, what actually huddled in your mind?
It was a tough ask on that wicket, actually. I think, like I said, 250 would have been a great score, but 220, quarter-final, tough wicket, a lot of pressure. It probably made it into 250, and the way we bowled gave us that opportunity. And we did get a little bit of luck, getting Amla early on, who's obviously a fantastic player. But maybe that was a little break that we needed to go all the way.
You say you always felt like you had a chance if you got into the middle order. Was there something particular about the South African team that you thought you could exploit? I mean, did you think they were weak under pressure?
No, for us it was always about getting past de Villiers. I think their top four has been proven for a long, long time, and they got fantastic records, and we thought if we could break through that, particularly getting down to 6 and both were at 7, meant that they had a longish tail. So the whole talk while we were out there and before the game was, we've just got to take wickets, we've got to find a way to take wickets, whatever the scenario, because if we can get to that low order, then we give ourselves a chance. But if we let Callis and de Villiers play, then they'll take the game away from us.
Dan, just a word on Ryder's innings today. It's something I think the batsmen have been working on, trying to sort of build a patient kind of innings. And it was quite uncharacteristic innings, I would say, for Ryder. So just a word on.
It was almost a forgotten innings. It seems like such a long time ago, but now if you look back on the match and realise it was a high score by quite some distance, and that partnership with Taylor as well after a tough start, we were 2 for 10 or 2 for 15. We'll look back on that and probably look at it as the winning of the game. Reining his game in a little bit and allowing himself to get in 82 off 120 balls we're going to look back on that and probably say that's the catalyst to win us the game.
South Africa have a problem with knockouts, but so do New Zealand. I mean, you've been perennial semi-finalists. What are you going to tell your guys this time? You know, something that takes you one step ahead or maybe 2 steps ahead.
I mean, you can look at it that way. You can look at it as an amazing achievement for a country so small, and I think it's a better way of looking at it. We've only got 4 million people and we've made so many semi-finals. So people put a negative slant on it, but I think it's a wonderful achievement for a country so small.
Dan, over here. Do you think in a sense that it was 220 made your task easier because you couldn't defend it on run rate, you had to get the 10 wickets really?
Yeah, I think it allowed us to attack, and like I said before, we were desperate to get into that middle to low order, and so that was our whole game plan, do whatever we can to get down there. And we got a little bit of luck with Amla, and we got a great piece of work with Martin Guptill running out de Villiers. So those two things combined with some great bowling and great fielding allowed us to attack the whole game.
Dan, a couple of balls into your first spell, it looked like maybe you had some discomfort with your knee, but when the wickets were falling, you looked all right. How's it feel?
I can't explain it. Sometimes it hurts and sometimes it doesn't. So at this stage, I'd say it's about 75-80%, but hopefully it keeps getting better and better.